So this is how your graph should like start off with, and this is how it should look like. So you can see you have 23,720 at the bottom. So that will represent the starting point of the sedan, which is how much it will cost at the beginning, and the top, that would be the other number for the Corvette as it starts off once you buy the car. So what we're basically going to be doing is that we're going to put to the 0.05 and the 0.08 into a fraction, and the way we're going to be doing that is that we're basically just going to put a 1 over it. Is that we're going to be putting in that fraction into the graph. So let's just do the sedan first. So the sedan will be 0.05 over 1. So we would go up by 0.05, then we will go right 1 since we do not have any negatives at all. Then we're going to be doing the Corvette, so we're going to do 0.08 over 1. So we're going to go up 0.08, and then we're going to go right once. And now what we're basically going to be doing now is that we're going to be connecting the dots. So once you're done connecting the dots, you would have a straight line going up. So once you do this, you should have a point where the two lines intersect. So basically where the line intersects, which will be right about there. So what would you be doing is that you'll be looking at the y-axis and the x-axis and seeing where the line, where the dot lines up with. So basically we're going to be looking from this dot all the way across to the y-axis, which will be right about here. And wherever this number is, which would probably be like around 8,700 and something like that, around that. And we would be basically putting that as our y for our answer. Then we would do the same thing for our x down here. We would basically be doing from this dot all the way down, which would be like around here. And that would basically be around 6,090 or 80 something, around that. And those two numbers will basically be your answer. So you put them in like something like this, where you have this, your number, which will be x, always goes first, and then your y, comma, down there. Then you have your number here, and your number here. And that will basically be how you solve your y-intercept equation.
Aloha, it is I, Kim, and I shall be talking about what you want to see in the graph for a solution. In order to, find the solution, we have to make the graph. So let's start off with the first pair, the 1x plus 2, and then you guys already know what to do. And then let's do that to the other side, or other pair, and then for plam, there's an intersection. That's where you're gonna find your solution. And then you do a bing bing schwa, and then there's your solution. Don't forget that x is always first and y is second. Yo.
So, my name is Olivia, and we're going to do substitution method. To start off, our equation is going to be negative 3x subtract 4y equals negative 2, and our other one is y equals 2x subtract 5. So, to our substitution method, we have 4 steps. Our first step is going to be finding the isolated variable. And our isolated variable is this one. And to use that, we have to use this and plug it into here. in this equation to figure out what our x is. And so our equation is now going to be 3x subtract 4 parentheses 2x subtract 5 parentheses equals -2. So, and our next step is just to solve the equation, which is easy because we have to first figure out this part, which is gonna be a -8x. Now it's gonna be adding because when you multiply a negative for negative, it cancels out each other and becomes a positive. So now it's adding 20. And then you just add the other parts back in. So, and see, and our next, and we're still trying to solve the super equation. Now we're gonna add these together, -3x and -8x, which is now gonna be -11x, because when you add two negatives together, you're actually, when you subtract a negative to a negative, you're adding it. So it's now 11x plus 20 equals -2x. And now we have to subtract 20 here and 20 here. So cross that out because when you subtract 20, obviously 0. And for here, you have to, when you subtract one side, you have to subtract the other side. We're doing one side, you have to do the other side. So it's now -22 equals -11x. So I'm just going to go over here because I have more room on this side. So, or you know what, I'm just going to go next page. No, just stay on this side. So, -11x equals 22. And now we're going to go divide it. Negative. So now our x, we divide it. Now equation is 2. X equals 2. 4x. And now we got to figure out what y is. So to figure out y is, we just are going to get the answer we got from step 3, solving the super equation, and plug it in into the other equation, which was in from the isolated variable, to figure out what y is. So put next time. So y equals 2x. Let's check. Subtract 5. So, and our answer from the last one was x equals 2. So we use this answer from step 3, our answer from step 3, and plug it in to here. Y equals 2 times 2, subtract 5. And we figure this out, parentheses first. Y equals 4, subtract 5. And we now have to subtract this to this, which is y equals -1. That's our answer for y, and then this is our answer for x. Done.